Campione,
Nei
campione, ole,
campione,
ole,
ole, ole,
ole.
ole.
Campione,
Wow.
campione. Wow, what a feeling. Chennai Super Kings are IPL 2021 champions, and this new shirt needs to have an extra stone on it. And the new jersey next year
Absolutely.
will definitely have a fourth stone on it because we are the champions and we are the Chennai boys making all the noise everywhere we
Everywhere
go.
we go.
And welcome to my match review of Chennai Super Kings versus Kolkata Knight Riders IPL 2021 final. If you're on this channel, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification to get notifications whenever I upload videos like this. I've got Rishee from Dhoni's hometown, Ranchi,
Yes,
and obviously,
man. Can't be more happier than this. The kind of a season that we had in 2020. I think a lot of people, they never gave us a chance in 2021 to come back strong and to lift the trophy from there. Absolutely, thrilled and have to say, MS Dhoni finished off in style.
yeah, and the way the Harsha Vogle finished this interview, I mean, when he asked him the legacy of Left Behind, and he cheekily replied, "Well, I'm not left behind," and that kind of gives us an indication that probably he might stay next year or not, but we have to see. And obviously, he has an Instagram page called Pitch Memorabilia where he has every collection of his signed bats, signed balls, signed jerseys. He has a huge collection of his. Hopefully, he can get me one of them soon. Just
Hopefully.
yeah,
But like when MS Dhoni said to Harsha Bogle that he's not done yet, leaving a legacy behind. You know what he meant? He might play for CSK, he might not play for CSK. If he doesn't, he's going to win games for CSK as a mentor. And just wait and watch. Chennai Super Kings are going to keep winning like this till the time MS Dhoni is with the team. I think the kind of like he said, they work towards a 10-year team. The kind of a setup that they have, it's brilliant to see. Time and again, a team performs so well. I know we haven't won that many titles. We have lost more finals than as compared to what we won. But I think we played consistent cricket. We played best cricket when it comes to IPL, and it can't get better than this.
exactly. So just a whole lot of emotions, and we just cannot get out of this for at least this weekend. To be fair, because everywhere we are going to be. Actually, I have an Indian store nearby where I purchase my groceries. I'm going to wear my CSK shirt saying "Champions" at the back, man. I couldn't care less because we are the champions, and we might as well want to show it off.
Absolutely. I think the best time to get over this is when India plays Pakistan on the
Yeah,
24th.
yeah.
I think till then we're all going to just celebrate Chennai Super Kings win. Something very special that happened today. Before the final started, I actually went back and saw every single match highlights of Chennai Super Kings, the games that they played this season, and it's been an unforgettable journey. The way we started, the way the Indian leg started, and then COVID hit the IPL, and then we came back strong. We lost 3 games on the trot. We defeated Delhi Capitals, the table toppers. Like they said, a lot of fans were saying that it is going to be Delhi Capitals versus Chennai Super Kings. But for some reason, I know if we could beat Delhi Capitals, they will, panic and they won't qualify for the finals. But hats off to KKR the way they played, and a great match today. Made us sit on the edge of the seat till one point when Shubman Gill and Venkatesh Iyer were batting. But then credits to MS Dhoni and his bowlers, the way they brought us back into the game and then got us our fourth title.
Yeah, and we'll just go straight into the review. So this was the playing 11. Obviously, we didn't make any changes. No one thought changes would be made as well because Uthappa had a fantastic game against the Delhi Capitals, and others were probably set as well. And did you think we would change or not really?
Not really. I mean, the kind of MS Dhoni setup that he has, the way he likes to operate, he likes to stick to his playing 11 unless, someone who hasn't performed for the entire season. We saw, a player of the caliber like Robin Uthappa, who was not even picked up by an IPL team. He was picked up by Chennai Super Kings. There were memes about him that, he won't be playing. He'll just be there to carry water. He'll just be there to carry the cricket kit. But I mean, look at him. He not only came back strong into the setup, he helped us, defeat Delhi Capitals. But his knock today, that 31 runs and 15, 16 deliveries was so crucial. After Ruturaj Gaikwad got out, I mean, we could have actually, gone slow towards that 4, 5, 6 overs period. But then Robin Uthappa made sure that the run rate kept going up and up, and he got us that inning that was needed. But like I said, MS Dhoni likes to operate this way. He likes to show trust in his playing 11, and if they won the previous game, he would like to continue with them unless there's an injury or there's a very big change in the pitch condition.
Yeah, and that's what transpired. I mean, batting again, we started very well. Ruturaj Gaikwad and Faf Du Plessis, as they have been doing this season, they have been consistent at the top. And there again, you see the brilliant start we have. We had a great start in the power play. 6 overs, we scored 50 runs. 8 overs, the strategic timeout was taken, and I think that kind of hampered our concentration a bit because we saw Ruturaj trying to get on the pitch to line, and he got out, but. We thought he was going to win the orange cap, and Faf Du Plessis was coming close, but Luther just edged it at the end. And both of them had fantastic seasons. And I mean, when you have these two players, you just don't want to think beyond.
Absolutely. I mean, Prasanna, when you have the kind of opening pair that you've got this season, it actually takes off the pressure from the middle order. If you keep losing wickets in the power play, you keep losing your openers time and again, and there's pressure on the middle order. At some point of time, the middle order will crumble as well. So I think hats off to Ruturaj Gaikwad and Faf Du Plessis, the kind of start they gave us time and again. And something very interesting that happened today. There was a little competition going on between Faf and Ritu, between them. Who would get to the orange cap. Personally, I feel it was a horrible time for Ruturaj Gaikwad to get out. The timeout happened. You've just come back from a break. Sunil Narayan, a world champion bowler, is right in front of you. You would want to see off a few deliveries and not straight away go for a big shot. But then the intent was there, the execution wasn't right. But like I said, they've done pretty well this season to give us the kind of start we've had. I'm not really sure if Faf Du Plessis is going to come back into the setup next year, but Ruturaj Gaikwad is one player I would definitely want CSK to retain this year.
I think so. I think he probably will be the first attention. But we have to wait and see how the retention rules are and whatnot. And obviously, you have Faf Du Plessis, the greatest South African to play the IPL. I don't want anyone else telling anything else. He is the greatest South African to play the IPL. I mean, the amount of times he's been there for us, the ever reliable opener in Faf Du Plessis. He's absolutely brilliant. And if you see, there are just 4 players played in. Every one of them made a contribution. That's what makes the team click. Uthappa came in. He did take 2 or 3 balls to settle, but once he got into groove, he just stepped up another gear. And again, as the Ruturaj got out to Narayan, he too could have probably seen 2 or 3 to seen off his last over because he just got a 6 off from the previous over. But then again, when those shots, when they work, they work. When they don't work, they don't work. And how impressed were you with Robin Uthappa and Moeen Ali, the way they finished the game?
Your credit where it's due. Like I said, Robin Uthappa's innings were very crucial because that made sure that the net run rate, the run rate of Chennai Super Kings didn't come down. It actually stayed at a level and it only went up from there. And Moeen Ali, if you see, he had an amazing IPL first half in India, but when he came to UAE, it was completely opposite of what we were expecting of him. But then I've said this time and again, he's a world champion player as well. He's a World Cup winner player. He knows the cricket inside out, and he was due a big innings. So that inning that he played today, Moeen Ali, was actually a game-changing innings as well. He made sure that he continued, and there was no wickets falling here and there. I mean, Faf Du Plessis got out on the last delivery, so that he almost carried his bat. But then brilliant effort by every batsman that came in and scored those runs, and putting runs on board is always crucial in a crunch game. In finals, you would want to bat first. Leave about the stats. Let's not talk about the stats. The team has always won chasing. When you're playing a final, you would want to put runs on the board and then probably go defend it. And that's what we did today. We did that very successfully.
And yeah, you were messaging in the group. I have to mention that Moeen Ali was just came into bat, and he was about the 3-6 runs pace just when he came in that he should not eat balls at this time. And I guess he heard you. I think your message probably went straight to Dubai Stadium, and he absolutely bossed it, man. And we ended up 192 for 3. There was another great batting performance. And we look at KKR's bowling figures. Some of them look decent. I mean, Shivam Mavi was decent. He had a very good last over, which brought on the score. Like we were looking good for 200, but Shiva Mavi brought it down. Lockie Ferguson was been amazing in the second half of the IPL. He got pasted today by Faf Du Plessis. He literally took liberties with him, and he was brilliant. Varun Chakravarti, for the first time, is going above 7 runs in the UAE leg. I mean, he is a brilliant bowler, and I think he'll come do well for India. And Sunil Narayan 2 for 26, and Venkatesh they were able to get 1 over. And at 192 for 3, were you happy with the score, or were you thinking maybe 10 runs short?
I was actually, 10 runs short from my target because I wanted 200. Not just because, 200 gets to your head. It's like a psychological advantage. 9.95, 9.9 runs and over, whereas 10 runs and over, it actually, comes into double digits. So I wanted Chennai Super Kings to score something above 200, but that didn't happen. But, like I said, I wanted Moeen Ali to not use balls and start hitting runs, start hitting those big shots. I don't mind him getting out, but the intent had to be there, which actually came in a bit later, and we got to very close to the target of 200. It was just a matter of few inches here and there. Had that ball gone for a six, we would have ended up on 198 at the end of the innings. But all's well that ends well. We could have we can keep discussing that 200 or 180 might be enough. But like I said, in a final, in a crunch final, you would want runs on the board, get as many as you can, and then probably go ahead and defend it.
And KKR obviously had to come out all guns blazing. And to be frank, at one point we were actually thinking they are going to chase it, because we were having no luck, man. I mean, Dhoni rarely drops a catch. He drops a Venkatesh Iyer when he was on not. A catch goes up in the air. Nambadi Rayudu catches it, and turns out it's hit the spider cam, and it's declared a dead ball. And so many things. I mean, it was at Venkatesh said, obviously, he has been a player to watch this season for KKR. He's been brilliant. And the fact that he's been called for Indian team setup, that itself is brilliant. And I think Shubman Gill, even, he was happy to play second fiddle. But when, at the time, Venkatesh said was striking the ball well. But there was a 2 over spell by Dwayne Bravo, which only went for 8 runs. I think that made a huge difference, because before that, it looked like KKR was going all the way.
Absolutely. When KKR was batting, they were 91 for none. And that 2 over spell from Bravo actually brought the run rate of KKR from 10 to 8 and over. But something that not a lot of people would actually focus on. KKR were going so well; they had almost completed, the half the runs required by the top two batsmen. So if you calculate, the next incoming batsman had to score just 20-25 runs each to get KKR that win. Had they broken it down into small targets and set targets for each batsman, they could have easily achieved it. But then, like they say, panic button. In a crunch final, you're chasing 193. It's never going to be easy, especially in a pitch like that we saw. The pitches in Dubai, they were completely different as compared to last year. It wasn't going to be easy, and that is the reason why, even though we lost the toss, I was happy that we were batting first. So hats off to Shubman Gill and Shreyas, to Venkatesh Iyer. They both gave the start that KKR needed. But when you get that kind of a start, you need to convert it into a big one. One player had to stay till the end, like Faf Du Plessis did for CSK, and the rest could, just keep coming in and with that intent of hitting. And then even if you get out, that's still okay.
Yeah, and obviously they are going well, and obviously this guy is inevitable. Lord Thakur, you can never get past him. He's been brilliant for us this season, and no disrespect to him, but I think Lord Thakur has risen to the occasion. I mean, this second leg, he's been brilliant, man, and I think whenever we need a wicket from him, he steps up. That's the thing. What you want from one of your star bowlers?
Absolutely. I think, time and again, Shardul Thakur has performed for Chennai Super Kings. And one of the reasons why he's been top performer, I believe that test cricket stint that he's had in Australia, in India, in England has actually helped him become a better bowler, helped him become a better batsman. Test cricket, I believe it's not about, getting wickets every single delivery. You need to set the batsman up. And for that, you need a lot of patience. You need a lot of resilience to keep bowling on one spot and then set up the batsman. And I think the Test cricket that Shardul Thakur has played, the few months that he spent with Team India in the Test setup has actually helped him improve as a T20 bowler as well.
Exactly, and then you look, Venkatesh had got out, and Nitish Rana gets out first ball, and then basically that you look at that middle order, it was so weak. We were able to exploit it at a big level. We were able to exploit it, and Shubman Gill probably had no choice but to go for it. He tried a scoop shot. Deepak Char read it brilliantly. That was out plumb. He didn't, to an extent that he didn't even need to turn around to appeal. He was just celebrating and going, because even any umpire would give that out, man. That is dead plumb, and that probably killed the game. And we literally made inroads to a point where KKR had no turning back.
Absolutely. I think that wicket of Shubman Gill, or even before that, Venkatesh Iyer and Nitish Rana both getting out in the same over actually opened the gates for Chennai Super Kings. We saw against Delhi Capital how vulnerable KKR middle order was, how they almost messed up a game. From 30 needed of
Yeah,
24 deliveries, they needed 6 in 2 deliveries. So that actually that was always in my mind. We knew that the power play is going to be important for Chennai Super Kings. The less runs that they give, the more advantage they will have in the remaining 14 overs. And once the power play was over, the spinners could come into action. Wayne Bravo, you know, pull down the runs for CSK. So all that was going to be very very difficult for KKR. And that's how the pressure gets to you. Like I said, in a final, it is not easy to chase big runs. I know KKR have done that in 2012, but it's 2021. A lot of things have changed. The only thing that was constant was MS Dhoni, and he managed to pull it off this time.
exactly. When you say like a chase, I mean, when you lose wickets, you want to come in and steady. But at the time you want to hold your wicket and score some runs, the required run rate just keeps going up and up, 10 and 11, and you have to go for the shots at the point that you were definitely at a risk of definitely losing your wicket. And that is what happened. Everyone tried to go for shots, nothing really happened. Um, um, Rahul Tripathi, I mean, he was actually injured while trying to field the ball, and he did come at the end, and he also tried to go for it, didn't work out, and the thing was, what I thought was this actually a funny thing, because we all know Chennai Super Kings love to take things till the last ball, till the last over, and win things. But even though the game was set, the way Lord Thakur kind of bowled those wides, it kind of got to my nerves, man. I mean, the,
Well,
we saw Bravo then what he did in the next over. Just bowl those Yorkers, just bowl stump to stump, get it done with. But Thakur was trying
actually,
something, and
it not only got to you, but it got to MS Dhoni as well. At the end of
yeah,
that over, MS Dhoni actually, trying to signal to Shardul Thakur, this is what you need to do. Bowl in the right areas. You don't need to, go for boundaries. A double or a single would do, even a four would do, but at least, put your execution right. See, these are the small things that can matter the most. Had this been a league game, those 15, 20 runs could have made a big difference in the net run rate, and a team
exactly.
might have missed a chance making it to the playoffs. So I'm not saying this you have to treat this as a group game, but if you're in a big position, if you're in the driver's seat, finish it off. Take your team to the finishing line, and that's what matters. But like I said, all's well that ends well, and I'm glad we are the champions of 2021.
Just obviously at the last, Lockie Ferguson and Vishwamavi did get some runs, but that was all in vain. And you look at the bowling figures: Deepak Char 1 for 32, Josh Hazelwood 2 for 29. I mean, all our bowlers did a good job, man. I mean, Jadeja, he did go for runs initially first 2 overs, but he pulled it back. And all round, we can say it was a performance that was worthy of a final for CSK. Everything that could have gone right for us, it has gone that way, and we have had another start to this number 4. I guess they need a new jersey next year just to put another star on it, and probably we don't know how many more stars they're going to add to this. But once again, a reminder for everyone: we are IPL champions. We are not going anywhere. Last year was just a break.
Absolutely.
3 finals in 4 years, and 2 times we are champions. You can say all you want about, oh, but you were banned for 2 years for this, that. Guess what? We have come back and won 2 trophies while your team is still stuck in there in 2017. And yeah, what else to say, Rishi? You got another donut with you, or your quota's done?
I am done. I'm done with donuts. I'm done with people, saying that Chennai Super King is not going to win today. I think the best way to reply is to let the team and they let the bat do the talking. I think that's what Chennai Super Kings did today. And you must have seen in all those groups, everyone's gone quiet all of a sudden. There's no
Of
one
course.
trolling Chennai Super Kings. There's no one trolling CSK, calling them Dad's Army. I know age wasn't, on their side. Like you said, ever since we've come back, we've made it to three finals. We won two finals out of the three. 2020 was not our season. I know, we've had a horrible season, but then, you know, uh, had we made it to the playoffs, this win wouldn't have been that sweeter. Last year we had a horrible season. This year we came back and won the finals. I think a lot of us are going to sleep well tonight, sleep like a baby, and I'm going to keep celebrating this win. This win actually means a lot to me because this might be MS Dhoni's last season as a player for Chennai Super Kings. I was sitting on this couch years back when I saw him first walk out against Bangladesh, and he was out on the very first delivery run out. And I think time has flown by like this, and we've actually saw him today lift the IPL trophy, and hopefully he'll get us more trophies as a mentor, as a coach for Indian cricket team, and a mentor for CSK. But uh, it's time now to enjoy his success, to celebrate his achievements as an Indian captain, as an Indian player. Not often, any team would get a player like MS Dhoni.
And of course, before we round up the show, let us all just once bow to the king. Of course,
Absolutely,
he is a legend. He is the king. There is no doubting
he
it.
is. He
And
is.
to end this, I will end this on a sweeter note. And of course, we're gonna end with one of dialogue from Shah Rukh Khan's movies, where we keep saying on well, we had to lose probably 3 or 4 games to win this. So कभी कभी जीतने के लिए कुछ हारना पड़ता है और हार के जीतने वाले को
Chennai Super Kings कहते हैं.
exactly. Thanks, man, for once again for joining me. Obviously, if you're new to this channel, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification to get notifications whenever I upload videos like this. I will be doing more for when India plays the T20 World Cup. This time, probably in 9 days, we'll be celebrating just another India win over Pakistan. And obviously, our man Rishee is going to Dubai for that. He'll be enjoying the stadium experience with the fellow Bharat Army members who will be there covering the event exclusively around the grounds. But also, he has a Pitch Memorabilia Instagram as well as a YouTube channel. The links which I'll be putting in the description below, so you can go ahead and follow him as well as subscribe to his channel. And obviously, for many more collections, I don't know what's the collection wardrobe we have. I think you'll probably need to have a separate room for that in the future.
I do. Yes, in the future, I plan to put up a museum where everything would be on display, and there will be a special area just dedicated for MS Dhoni. He's a Ranchi boy. I'm a Ranchi boy. Cricket for me has always been MS Dhoni since he started playing. I think today is end of an era for me, and I think I won't be that passionate towards any other IPL team or any other franchise cricket team ever in the future like I was for Chennai Super Kings.
Exactly, man. This is a team. This team. It you're just a loss of words just to describe this team and the man that is MS Dhoni. He has created this
Absolutely.
legacy from scratch from 2008 when this team was formed till now. Four IPL titles, 2 Champions League trophies, and so much more. I mean, it's gonna be hard to see CSK without MS Dhoni, but it is what it is. But we'll forever support Chennai Super Kings, and hopefully we can add more stars
More
on this
stars. Yes.
crest. And as I keep saying at the end of every video, we're still in the midst of a pandemic. So stay home, stay safe, and wash them hands on a regular basis. Thank you, Rishee. See you soon.
Thank you.